Have you ever looked around and wondered if you're surrounded by people who just don't seem to get it? Maybe you've noticed behaviors in certain women that leave you baffled, questioning their mindset, choices, and overall outlook on life. But here's the truth. Recognizing these behaviors isn't about blaming others. It's about safeguarding your own peace, steering clear of unnecessary chaos, and making wiser relationship decisions. By the end of this video, you'll have a fresh perspective that could reshape the way you navigate your love life forever. Welcome to Behavior Insight, where we explore how Stoic philosophy empowers us to make better decisions and live with purpose. In today's video, we'll take a deep dive into understanding certain behaviors that could be harming your peace of mind and your relationships. These 6 signs may reveal patterns that aren't conducive to emotional clarity, and being aware of them can help you protect yourself from unnecessary stress. Before we jump in, be sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and let's aim for 1,000 likes on this video. Now, let's get started. Imagine meeting someone in an unfamiliar social setting. She's charming, beautiful, and engaging. At first, everything seems perfect, but over time, little things start adding up, making you question her emotional intelligence. And when we talk about intelligence, we're not just referring to academic achievements. True intelligence, as esteemed by the Stoics, includes knowledge, self-awareness, and emotional stability. Seneca, one of the great Stoic philosophers, once said, "The greatest obstacle to living is expectancy, which hangs upon tomorrow and loses today." In simpler terms, the people you choose to surround yourself with today will shape your future. 1. She thrives on drama. Have you ever been in a relationship that felt like a roller coaster of emotions? One moment, everything seems fine, and the next, you're caught in a heated argument over something as trivial as a late text message. If this sounds familiar, you might have encountered someone who thrives on chaos. Some individuals, both men and women, seem addicted to disorder. Even when there's no real issue, they find ways to stir up conflict because emotional turbulence has become their normal state. For them, peace feels unsettling. But here's the thing. A healthy relationship isn't meant to be an ongoing soap opera. An emotionally intelligent woman values stability over drama. She understands that true strength lies in remaining calm rather than reacting impulsively to minor inconveniences. If you've ever been in a relationship where every little thing turned into a battle, it might be time to ask yourself, is this the life I want? Marcus Aurelius, a wise Stoic emperor, once said, "The mind, not external circumstances, is within your control." Once you recognize this, you gain the power to walk away from toxic cycles. A wise woman sees love as a sanctuary, not a battlefield. 2. She avoids responsibility. Picture this. You're in a relationship where everything seems smooth until an argument arises. Instead of working through the issue maturely, she immediately shifts the blame. "It's not my fault," she says. "You should have known better." Sound familiar? Being with someone who refuses to take responsibility can be incredibly frustrating. Instead of acknowledging mistakes, she always finds a way to place the blame on you, her past relationships, her upbringing, or even the universe itself. But the reality is, if someone refuses to be accountable, the relationship will never progress in a meaningful way. We all make mistakes. What separates the wise from the ignorant is the ability to acknowledge errors, learn from them, and move forward. According to Stoicism, true power comes from self-awareness. Epictetus, another great Stoic thinker, famously said, "We suffer not from the events in our lives, but from our judgment about them." If a person constantly plays the victim, never admitting when they're wrong, they are preventing both themselves and the relationship from growing. Responsibility is not a burden, it's a sign of strength. A strong woman will own her mistakes, apologize sincerely, and strive to improve. 3. She values materialism over character. Have you ever been in a relationship where your partner seemed more interested in what you could provide rather than who you truly are? At first, it might have felt good to spoil her with gifts, fancy dinners, and extravagant trips. But over time, you start realizing that no matter how much you give, it's never enough. At first, you might rationalize it by telling yourself, she just has good taste, or she deserves nice things. But deep down, you know the truth. Your worth is being measured by your bank account rather than your character. A woman who prioritizes material possessions over emotional connection will never be satisfied. No matter how much you provide, there will always be something bigger, better, or more expensive on her list. The Stoics believe that true happiness is an internal state, not something that can be bought. Seneca put it best: wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. A wise woman values loyalty, emotional depth, and character over material gain. When she appreciates you for who you are rather than what you can provide, your efforts will always be enough. 4. She constantly seeks validation. Ever been with someone who needed constant reassurance? Maybe you told her she looked great, and 5 minutes later, she wanted another compliment. Or she was always on social media, fishing for likes and approval. At first, it may seem harmless, even endearing. But over time, it becomes exhausting. No matter how much affection, praise, or reassurance you give, it's never enough. A woman with low self-esteem will always look for external validation to fill the void within herself. But the truth is, genuine love doesn't require constant approval. A confident woman knows her worth, regardless of how often you verbalize it. 5. She can't handle criticism. Have you ever tried offering a simple suggestion, only for it to turn into a full-blown argument? Perhaps you mentioned trying a healthier diet, and instead of a discussion, you were met with defensiveness, anger, or resentment. Some people perceive any kind of critique as an attack. Instead of processing the feedback and using it as an opportunity for growth, they immediately react with hostility. Stoicism teaches that personal growth comes from self-reflection. A mature woman can accept constructive criticism without taking it as a personal insult. A relationship thrives on honesty, and if you're constantly walking on eggshells, it becomes difficult to build a strong foundation. 6. She's emotionally unstable. Do you feel like you're constantly navigating a minefield, never knowing what will set her off? One minute, she's affectionate. The next, she's furious over something insignificant. Emotional instability creates an unpredictable and stressful relationship. Constant outbursts and impulsive reactions prevent meaningful conversations and make it difficult to build trust. A healthy relationship requires emotional balance and self-regulation. Without these, it's impossible to create a lasting bond built on mutual respect and understanding. Recognizing these behaviors isn't about judgment, it's about protecting your peace and making wiser choices. As Marcus Aurelius said, the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. Stay focused, stay wise, and make decisions that align with your values. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more life-changing content. Keep striving for growth. Behavior insight.